ABC Sports presents the 1981 World Series. Live from Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles, the New York Yankees and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Game 2, Wednesday night in New York. Tommy John gives up 3 hits through 7 innings, shuts out the Dodgers, helps himself with a scintillating play in the 5th. With the game scoreless in the bottom of the 5th inning, Larry Milbourne delivers this 2-out double to left to score Willie Randolph to make it 1-0. The Yankees add 2 more in the 8th, and Goose Gossage comes out of the bullpen to save another. Yanks win 3-0, lead in the series 2 games to nothing. Tonight, Game 3. Hello again, everyone. I'm Al Michaels, and welcome to Dodger Stadium, Game 3 of the World Series, a series that has, of course, been dominated by the Yankees, though neither game has been a wipeout thus far. 5-3 and 3-0 the final scores in Games 1 and 2, and the Yankees have done it with some clutch hitting. Watson in the first game, Milbourne in the second. Some great defense with Nettles and Winfield and Randolph, though Nettles is out tonight. Aurelio Rodriguez, very capable defensively, takes his spot. Fine starting pitching, and of course the one and only Goose. As far as the Dodgers are concerned, they come home, they have their ace, Fernando Valenzuela, going to the mound tonight, but what the Dodgers need is some shock in the lineup. In their 12 postseason games, they have scored only 31 runs and are hitting a collective 204. Do the Dodgers have a home field advantage? Well, Mother Nature may have given them one today. The Dodgers are used to rolling ground in Southern California. A 4.5 earthquake hit L.A. this morning at 10:28. No injuries, no damage, except maybe to some Yankee psyches. We'll find out. Right now, the crowd awaiting the introduction of both teams. Let's go to the PA announcer at Dodger Stadium. He's been here since the park opened in 1962, John Ramsey.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Game 3 of the 1981 World Series between the American League champion New York Yankees and your National League champion Los Angeles Dodgers. At this time, let's meet the American League champion Yankees. Coaches, Yogi Berra. Coaches, Yogi Berra, Mike Ferraro, Charlie Lau, bullpen, Joe Altobelli, and Dom Scala in the bullpen. Outfielder, Bobby Mercer. Third baseman, Greg Nettles. First baseman, Dave Reverie. Outfielder, Bobby Brown. Outfielder, Oscar Gamble. Catcher, Barry Foote. Catcher, Dennis Worth. Pitcher, Tommy John. Pitcher, Dave LaRoche. Pitcher, Rick Russell. Pitcher, Ron Davis. Pitcher, George Frazier. Outfielder, Reggie Jackson. Pitcher, Rudy May. Pitcher, Ron Guidry. Pitcher, Rich Gossage. Infielder, Andre Robertson. Yankee manager, Bob Lemon. Now the starting lineup. Number 30, Willie Randolph, second base. Number 22, Jerry Mumphrey, center field. Number 31, Dave Winfield, left field. Number 14, Lou Piniella, right field. Number 28, Bob Watson, first base. Number 10, Rick Serrone, catcher. Number 27, Aurelio Rodriguez, third base. Number 18, Larry Milbourne, shortstop. And in the bullpen, number 19, the pitcher, Dave Righetti. And now let's meet your Los Angeles Dodgers. Coaches, Manny Mocha, Ron Baranowski is in the bullpen, Danny Ozark, Monty Vasgal, Mark Cressy in the bullpen, outfielder Reggie Smith, catcher, Mike Socia. Outfielder, Jay Johnstone. Pitcher, Alejandro Pena. Pitcher, Joe Beckwith. Infielder, outfielder, Darrell Thomas. Pitcher, Bob Welch. Pitcher, Bobby Castillo. Pitcher, Dave Goltz. Pitcher, Jerry Rice. Outfielder, Ken Landreau. Pitcher, Bert Hooten. Pitcher, Dave Stewart. Pitcher, Tom Niedenbuer. Pitcher, Terry Forster. Infielder, Steve Sachs. Pitcher, Steve Howe. Manager, Tommy Lasorda. And now let's meet the Dodgers starting lineup. Number 15, Davey Lopes, second base. Number 18, Bill Russell, shortstop. Number 12, Dusty Baker, left field. Batting fourth, number 6, Steve Darby, first base. Number 10, Ron Say, third base. Number 28, Pedro Guerrero, center field. Number 16, Rick Mundy, right field. Number 7, Steve Yeager, catcher. And in the bullpen, number 34, pitcher Fernando Valenzuela.
Fernando Valenzuela, tonight's starting pitcher. There he is already in the dugout, having completed his warm-ups. And the crowd all season long with the typical response.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, to honor America, here to sing
Our national anthem is a great performer and a great fan of the Dodgers, Tony Tennille.
Would you all please join me now in singing our national anthem, everybody? Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Ladies and gentlemen, the honor of throwing out the first ball today goes to one of the Dodgers' all-time greats and a member of baseball's Hall of Fame, Sandy Koufax.
Sandy Koufax, one of the greatest pitchers of all time. Grew up in Brooklyn, New York, so naturally he would gravitate to the Brooklyn Dodgers. Went to the University of Cincinnati. And it's hard to forget Sandy, all of his greatness, the no-hit games, but above all, as this crowd stands as one to give him the ovation he deserves. And he shows that left arm again. One has to think back to the World Series of 1963, the way it was. Yes, Sandy Koufax would open that series against the Yankees, and he would blow the Yankee hitters down one after another. It seemed almost endlessly. He would set a then World Series record of 15 strikeouts. The final one against Harry Bright, and the Dodgers would sweep the Yankees. Sandy Koufax. And so as Sandy goes back to the dugout, we're about ready for the start of Game 3, and we'll be back at Dodger Stadium in a moment.
Marcus, I see Whisker. Give it the pivot.
Give it the pivot, give it the pivot, Atra.
Next time, Jose, give it the pivot.
Atra.
The Gillette Atra razor pivots to continually adjust and hug every curve, contour, and angle. No other razor shaves closer and more comfortably than Atra.
I give it the pivot.
Give it the pivot, Atra.
Give it the pivot with Gillette Atra.
I do one thing. I kick this ball through those two poles. Do one thing all the time. You get to be great. Like Kentucky Fried Chicken. They don't try to do everything. Just chicken, and no one else does it tender and juicy the Colonel's way.
Kentucky Fried Chicken, we do it right for you.
I do kicking right. They do chicken right.
Kentucky Fried Chicken, we do chicken right.
Here's your chance to get the official 1981 World Series program, a collector's item commemorating the 78th Fall Classic. Send check or money order for $4 to World Series program, Post Office Box 250, Hicksville, New York 11802. Please make checks payable to World Series program. New York residents must add appropriate sales tax. That's World Series program, Box 250, Hicksville, New York. Allow 8 weeks for delivery. The preceding message was furnished by Major League Baseball.
A phenomenon that's puzzled me is why some people settle for the ordinary when they could have the extraordinary. Perhaps its cause is simply a lack of knowledge. Fortunately, I've never had that problem. So choosing a home videotape recorder was relatively easy. I chose the Sony Betamax, for when I observed how it performed so many complex technological functions with such ease and simplicity, I no longer saw a machine. I saw genius.
The genius of Betamax, only from Sony.
Urban terrorism. Is it a new wave of violence or just the last gasp of a few radicals left over from the 60s? We'll look at that story tonight on Nightline.
Taking a look at the Dodgers defensively, the durable one, Steve Garvey, who has played in 945 consecutive regular season games at first base. Davey Lopes is at second. At shortstop for Los Angeles, Bill Russell, who is 1 for 7 in this series. And the third baseman, Ron Cey. The same foursome celebrating their 8th anniversary together this season. The Dodger outfielder in left, Dusty Baker, had his best year in '81. Pedro Guerrero again getting the start in center field. And around and right, Monday's hero, Rick Monday, who beat the Expos with the dramatic 9th inning home run to launch the Dodgers into the World Series. Again, Mike Scioscia did most of the catching in the regular season, but it's been Steve Yeager all the way in the World Series and Fernando Valenzuela on the mound. Valenzuela led the majors in strikeouts with 180, led the majors in shutouts.
Which that he has trouble with maybe is the curveball. I know we've seen him in the old days when Bert Bylevin, before he went to the National League and came back, he had trouble with his curveball and basically
up till now.
Valenzuela back to the plate with a Scroogie missing, and Randolph is aboard. So Fernando got out in front 0-2, and he walks Randolph. Willie at first base with nobody out. Jerry Mumphrey, his .307 average during the regular season.
Balls that he had trouble seeing the ball. So you can get away with some bad pitches early.
0-2 pitch is grounded toward third and backhanded by Cey, who goes to Lopes in time there for the fourth.
Close play.
As Dave Winfield comes up. Winfield, no stranger to this ballpark, having spent his entire career at San Diego prior to signing with the Yankees.
On the bench, because they have not only great players that play every day, they have guys on the bench that can come in and do almost an equal job.
And Winfield is aboard. So Valenzuela with control trouble here in the first inning.
Pinella. He's been hitting very well, as you know, in postseason play and in the series. Look at that. Yankees leading hitter, 625, runners in scoring position.
The runners go again. The 3-2 pitch is grounded to short. Russell goes to Lopes in time there. 100 to Garvey to get the double play. So the Yankees send the runners, and the Dodgers still pull off the double play on a sharply hit bouncing ball to Billy Russell.
Here you see a high screwball hit right at Russell. Winfield's running on the play. And here you see Pinella's lack of speed. He gets to the base, but Lopes makes a great play. Throws a one-hopper to Garvey for the third out of the inning.
Yankees done in the first after a half. New York nothing, and Los Angeles coming up. For the Yankees defensively, Bob Watson 4 for 7 in the first 2 games at first base. And at second, the veteran Willie Randolph, the shortstop, and having a fine series, drove in the game-winning run in Game 2. Larry Milburn done a great job filling in for Bucky Dent. And here's Aurelio Rodriguez finally getting a chance after a long career to play in a World Series because of the injury to Greg Nettles. In the Yankee outfield, Dave Winfield. In left, in center field, Jerry Mumphrey. And around in right, with Jackson still out of the lineup, Lou Piniella. Back of the plate for the Yankees is Rick Cerone. And on the mound, the rookie left-hander, called up in May, Dave Righetti. Brilliant second half. He's been brilliant in postseason play. 89 strikeouts in 105 and a third innings. He'll face Davey Lopes leading off with the Dodgers in the bottom of the first inning. Howard talked with the Dodgers second baseman before the game.
Nettles won't be playing tonight. Will this be a psychological lift at least for the Dodgers?
Well, I don't know about that. The individual replacing him, Aurelio Rodriguez, I assume, has been noted for his defense all his career. Hopefully he won't be able to get to the balls that Nettles gets to, but we're glad that Greg is not in the lineup.
Well, if Lopes gets on, they're going to better chance of getting some runs.
Down the line in right field and dropping in for extra bases. Pinella will chase it down, plays the hop perfectly, but Lopes has a stand-up double.
Especially to a guy that can steal some bases. Fastball out over the plate. Hit right down the line. And you'll see Pinella get a great bounce, or otherwise this ball's 3 bases.
Came off to Piniella the way a hockey puck curls in a ring.
Russell at the plate. Billy up there to bunt him along. Good bunt. And nobody's there. First and third.
Now that's the attack that they plan to mount in game number 2 against Tommy John.
Watson at first was retreating back toward the bag. Baker gets under it and pops it up. Willie Randolph, the second baseman, will make the play at the edge of the grass. 1 down. Steve Garvey
out front.
Down he goes on a breaking pitch. Ran it down and in on Garvey. And Righetti has got Baker to pop out and Garvey to strike out.
Well, here you see a pitch he doesn't throw too often. But the count's 2-2. Garvey got to protect the plate. Good breaking ball down and in. Just where you
to his lead at first. The 2-2 to say. It's hit high in the air to deep left field. Winfield going back. She's gone.
Well, you couldn't throw a ball more down the middle and say it's his arms extended. Good fastball hitter, hits it deep to left.
You go to the well once too often, is the old saying. Righetti falling behind Garvey, got away with it. Falling behind.
1-1 on Pete.
Does ballpark make a difference, Jim?
That hit him. So Guerrero will go to first base. Cerone is going to argue that it hit his bat or that Pedro did not make a complete effort to get out of the way of it. Monday, a starter in game 1. And he was 0 for 4 on Tuesday, striking out 3 times. And there goes Guerrero as Monday hits it softly to the right side. Watson drops, picks it up, throws to Righetti covering, not in time. And all the way to third goes Guerrero.
Well, the Yankees showed confusion, indecision, and an easy play becomes A difficult one.
Well, it's a play you practice in spring training every day. Maybe
putting me on.
They just flashed hit on the board.
He's arrived early.
Steve Yeager pops it up on the right side, and Watson will be able to handle this one. But in the first inning, the Dodgers send 8 men to the plate. 3 runs, 4 hits. The man responsible for the scoring right there. Chase 3-run homer. Leave 2 after 1. 3-0 Los Angeles.
I'll tell you, Lasorda has accomplished his big game. He said the one thing we have to do tonight, speaking of his Dodgers, is get ahead.
Fielded, and it's really true, is that the Dodgers, they lose 2 games, everybody's bad-mouthing, they're a bad team. I'm not sure that's the case.
Hit in the air to center field and misjudged by Carrero, but it doesn't matter at all. Pedro started in on it, and Watson hits it out. So the Bull, playing in his first World Series, has his second home run in the 3 games.
Through ball, he just hangs it out over the plate. Watson, a lifetime 300 hitter, also can hit the ball a long way. Might even be an out in Yankee Stadium, but in Dodger Stadium, it's over the fence.
3-1 as Rick Cerrone stands in and looks at a screwball for a strike.
This, Howard, is when your team scores 3 runs, you want to go out there and shut them down.
It's a deep left field and into the corner, and it's a fair ball bouncing back to Baker. The throw coming into second, but not in time, and Cerrone just misses a home run. The very low fence in the left field corner.
I think we're going to see an argument here.
Dodgers got a big break there because I thought it was a home run.
Who was it yesterday who said, doubting Valenzuela's age, that Rodriguez probably faced him 10 years ago in the Mexican League?
Had any his Mexico scouts give him a report.
Hit in the air to right field and deep enough to advance the runner. Cerrone will tag. Monday makes the catch. And Rick will move along 90 feet to third with 1 down. Here in the second inning.
Number 18.
Rodriguez did his job.
Is that Fernando hasn't looked any part of the Fernando Valenzuela.
First base line and get that run in, and they're back in the game.
He goes that way and hits it through for a base hit. So it's 3-2 as Cerrone comes in to score. Valenzuela in trouble in the first inning, worked out with a double play. Now Rigetti already squaring and laying 1 down. That'll advance the runner. Garvey will go back to Lopes covering 3-4 on the sacrifice. And Milburn is in scoring position with 2 down.
Rodriguez got him over. Milburn went the other way when he saw the right side of the infield back. Rigetti couldn't bunt in batting practice, just sacrificed him over. But as we've said, Randolph's very capable of doing that every time he comes up to the plate.
And outside for ball 4. So Valenzuela has walked his 3rd man. That's the 2nd time he's issued a walk to Randolph.
Amazing. But then little Brian Doyle was in the '78 World Series when Randolph.
2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Weekly hit back to the mound on a hop. Valenzuela throws him out, and that's that for the Yankees. But they come up with a couple of runs. 3 hits, including the home run by Bob Watson after 1 1/2. 3-2, Dodgers.
The fact that he has been a very shaky pitcher for 2 innings. He has thrown 50 pitches, 25 in each inning.
Psychologically, the first thing I ever learned when I came into baseball was you never want to walk the opposing pitcher, which he just did there.
Fernando Valenzuela.
From an 0-2 count. This time I don't think Lemon will be so patient.
And the Yankee pen will stir again. Frazier was up earlier in the pen for the Yankees.
Mildly resembles facially Ron Guidry with the mustache.
Much taller. I said, what is Ron doing about 6'4"? I saw him the other day. With control. Seems like he's back in that groove now where he's having trouble throwing strikes.
Lopes laying 1 down. Fielded by Cerrone. He looked at second. Settles to the out at first. Randolph covers and Valenzuela moves up 90 feet. And will require an operation. Hits it toward the middle, but backhanded by Randolph at second. Throws to first for the out, and Valenzuela moves along to third. Good as to where the Dodgers are going to hit the ball. The Yankee infielders and outfielders have been positioned almost perfectly 90 to 95% of the time.
The first 2 games, they were playing exactly where they should have been.
Baker popping it up, and Watson will make the catch, and that's that for the Dodgers in the second inning. No runs, no hits. Leave Valenzuela at third. We go to the third. 3-2 Dodgers. Dave Winfield will be leading things off for the Yankees in the third inning. Al Michaels, Howard Cosell, Jim Palmer at Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles for Game 3 of the World Series. Dave
able to cope with Valenzuela.
Possibly. Not if he makes a good pitch, though.
Which
there he is. Perfect.
First strikeout. In the third inning, Lou Piniella better. Dick Clark has to be, what, 26 years old, Howard?
He is utterly ageless. He's more like 18.
I used to watch him when I was 8. He looks younger than I do.
He'll be the host of
Maybe he is.
American Bandstand's 30th anniversary special, airing Friday, October 30th, 8 to 11 p.m. Fouling it away, 0-1. Lou hit into a double play in the first inning. He'll be followed by Bob Watson. Half swing base hit into center field. Lou guiding the ball over second for a base hit.
High fastball. Here is the hitting hero for the Yankees in this World Series thus far.
Comparison
with Watson.
1-1 pitch. The runner goes, and it's popped up right side. Davey Lopes going out. Piniella will have to hustle back as Lopes makes the catch and throws to Garvey, but not in time. Steve off the bag. Jerome with a count 1-0. Hitting with 2 out, third inning. The Dodgers got 3 in the first on a 3-run homer by Say. The runner at first here is Piniella. Jerome with a second run. Hit high in the air to deep left center field. Guerrero going back and out of room. Gone.
Well,
so Rick Cerrone, who just missed a home run, hitting the pipe along the top of the fence and settling for a double, makes sure of this one. And the Yankees are on top 4-3.
you could see it coming. Made about the verbal altercation.
I know they only won 6 games in a row.
Those are numbers you don't often see through 2 2/3 for Fernando. Weekly back over the mound. Lopes will have a tough play and throws it by Garvey and into the photographer's well. And Rodriguez will be given second base.
He just makes a bad throw. Garvey is supposed to be known for scooping balls. Just does not come up with it. Not a very good throw, but if things are going well, that's the kind of play that you make.
Chris Mortensen of the Torrance Daily Breeze and Tracy
Ringlesby.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Ringlesby of the Seattle Post-Intelligence.
I'll tell you one thing. If they had scores that were that liberal, you'd have 400 hitters because that's an obvious error. But I'm sure Milborn's happy about it. Excuse me. Rodriguez.
Seems to me sooner or later this game must be made uniform. Either you have the DH or you don't.
That's 100% right. That's everybody's sentiments.
Got him swinging. So down he goes on 3 pitches, but before the Yankees go out in the third inning, they do some heavy damage. Cerrone with a home run, 2 runs, 3 hits, an error, leave 2 after 2 1/2. 4-3 Yanks. Got Steve Garvey, Ron Say, and Pedro Guerrero.
Now that Lemon has not only gotten back into the game, but the Yankees have taken the lead, he's not going to be that much more patient with.
I think he's got 6 days between his last start.
Ripped into center field for a base hit. So Steve Garvey has his 4th hit of the series, and the Dodgers have the leadoff man on in the third.
Get out front, but they couldn't stay out front. It's 4-3 Yankees at this moment. Here we go again.
He loses him. So Righetti has now walked 2. He's also hit a man. Here comes Lemon. He's given up 5 hits. And Pedro Guerrero will be coming up. That blowout in New York, the second game of the American League Championship Series against the Oakland A's.
Steinbrenner is no dope. He knows ball knows people.
Down goes Guerrero.
Big pitch.
His bat, and it's just a matter of execution. They called on Mercer to bunt the other night. They got their 2nd and 3rd runs because of that. He's a low ball pitcher.
Monday inside outs at the left field. Relatively deep but playable. And Winfield makes the catch and the runners have to hold. Who took over this year as the Dodgers regular catcher in his first full season. His numbers there, but hitless, as you can see, in his last 12 at-bats in postseason play. He reaches out, grounds it to short. Milburn with a long throw, and he gets him. So the Dodgers, with 2 on, nobody out, can't score. We've played 3 full. It stays 4-3 Yankees.
Summer times and first vacations, happy times and celebrations. Somewhere there's a Chevy at the heart of it. Autumn dreams and good vibrations, winter scenes and decorations. Get yourself a Chevy and be part of it. Chevy makes good things happen. Good things happen. Chevy makes good things happen.
You've read about it, you've heard about it. But until now, you've never had a better chance to own it. It's the RCA video disc player. The remarkable machine that plays records of movies, concerts, and more on your TV. And to help you be one of the first to own one, RCA is offering a $50 introductory bonus. Buy one now and you'll get $50 direct from RCA. What's more, a special 10-day money-back offer is available at selected RCA dealers. But hurry, you may never have a better chance.
Oh, a once-in-a-lifetime play! But I've got an instant replay forever on my RCA convertible video recorder. It's really 2 VCRs in one. It records my TV favorites, and it converts to a portable home movie outfit. So I can record Moose's big plays, too. The RCA convertible. 2 VCRs are better than one.
No one gives you more VCR than RCA.
There's a piece of the sun in Polaroid's new sun camera so you don't drag people out in the sun to take pictures.
I don't have to stand there and squint.
No, it's a new system.
Why waste a shot in this light?
We turned bad light into good pictures. Didn't waste that shot. You've never been so sure of an instant picture.
Perfect. But isn't it expensive?
No, but wasting film in bad light is. Besides, you never buy flash or extra batteries.
How'd they get that sun in there?
They did it at night.
You've never been so sure.
Saturday NCAA college football action as Nebraska attacks Missouri in a Big 8 battle. Minnesota tackles 6th-ranked Iowa, plus other regional games Saturday on ABC.
Randolph drawing 2 walks tonight. Valenzuela has walked 4. One of those was intentional. The 1-2 pitch, breaking ball, chopped toward Russell, waits for it, comes up throwing, gets him. With you, the Yankees battling from behind and leading 4-3, 1 out in the 4th inning. And Jerry Mumphrey hits a bouncer down to short, instant replay, 6-3 in the front, 2 down.
This is the first inning. Valenzuela has looked like Valenzuela. Maybe, as Jim says, he can get it together.
But I think it's probably the only curveball other than the one this inning they threw to Randolph that he's gotten over all night.
On a given night, Jim, don't you drop some of it? Adjust?
Well, I think Fernando's done that, but some nights, I mean, he has a few more options than most 20-year-old pitchers.
3-2 pitch is ball 4. So Valenzuela with his 5th walk and 4th unintentional walk, and Lou Piniella coming up.
I think the amazing thing for a 20-year-old pitcher is he knows what.
Not either.
Nope.
All with none.
Piniella lines it to left field, but right at Dusty Baker for the out. For the Yankees here in the 4th. No runs, no hits. Leave Winfield aboard after 3.5. The Yankees on top of the Dodgers. 4-3 as we see it again. The line shot off Piniella's bat right into the glove of Dusty Baker. Grounded to short. Milburn on the second hop. 1 gone.
Putting the Campanis. Does that make sense to you, James?
No, I thought Mike Cuellar, who pitched.
Base is empty. Oaks grounding it to third, and Rodriguez does his Nettles imitation and throws him out.
I tell you, Rodriguez he doesn't have an arm; he has a shotgun.
Bunted for a base hit and grounded out. Reggie Jackson will be able to test the market if that's what he desires. 3-2 pitch, line 5, diving Rodriguez for a base hit. Whitfield getting it back in. So Russell is 2 for 3 tonight, and that's his 3rd hit in the World Series. Dusty Baker has popped out twice. Baker hits a curve on the ground to Rodriguez. He'll go the easy way to Randolph for the force. And that's that for the Dodgers in the 4th inning. No runs, a hit, leave 1. Through 4 it remains. Yankees 4, Dodgers 3. 6 and 7 if necessary back in New York on Tuesday and Wednesday nights. Opt out. 2 home runs in the series thus far. Goes down the line and right. It's curling and staying fair and bouncing into the corner and touched by a fan reaching out for a ground rule double. And is now 16 for 38 in the Yankees postseason play. That's .421.
With his recent effective performance, a couple of 3 innings, maybe Lasorda will place
definitely
back.
Okay. 2-2 pitch. Got him swinging. So Cerrone can't move the runner over. He's gone on strikes. That's number 3 for Valenzuela. That was Bobby Avila of Cleveland back in 1954.
Don't remind Lemon of that.
Likes the ball out over the plate.
0-2 pitch is out over the plate, but bounced down to Davey Lowe. That'll advance the runner. 2 down as Bob Watson scampers over to 3rd.
The designated hitter rule once and for all.
You do.
More action.
Frazier, the batter. Frazier hitting for the first time.
Example again. You get this guy out, you're still in the game. You had to face a bona fide hitter. It makes it much more difficult.
Strike 3. Gets him on 3. Valenzuela ends the 5th inning with his 4th strikeout. Yankees threaten, come up empty. No runs a hit, leave a couple. We've played 4.5, and it's still Yankees 4, Dodgers 3. And Guerrero. George Frazier on in relief of the starter Dave Righetti. He's worked 2 innings. Hasn't given up a run, yielded just 1 hit. Garvey hits a chopper that Rodriguez gloves, comes up throwing, but pulls Watson off. Garvey had it beaten anyway.
This is why they don't like sinker balls or ball pitchers on AstroTurf. The same on a hard infield. It's a good sinker. He just hits it straight down, but he hits it hard. Rodriguez makes a nice play getting to it. Probably double if he doesn't. Really just a hope throw.
Garvey played.
Bullpen.
Garvey at first base. We'll see if Steve goes. He does, and the pitch is inside. But men at first and second. So here we go again with Guerrero.
It's knowing the capability of his players, and I can't imagine that Lasorda didn't know that he couldn't bunt after watching him play for a couple of years.
Swings away again. It's a chopper by Rodriguez for a base hit. Garvey around 3rd. He scores to tie it. On his way to 2nd is Guerrero standing. He's safe.
You think luck isn't important? Mr. Branch Rickey once said luck is the residue of design. It's it.
Well, the only reason this ball goes over his head is because he's in for the bunt. You can see him about 3 or 4 steps in front of the bag. Had it not been a bunt situation, he's probably going to catch the ball, step on 3rd, maybe get the force at 2nd base for a double play.
Still a lot of luck.
Right to left.
Of course, the reasoning behind this is they want to try to get a quick 2 outs with a double play. They'll give him the run, stay away from the big inning, maybe force Lasorda to either stay with Valenzuela or pinch hit for him.
Gave up a base hit in the 4th, and the call goes out for Rudy May. They'll bring in the left-hander to face Scioscia. So as May makes his way in, we'll be back with more from Dodger Stadium after this word from our local stations. Rudy May, the veteran, he's been around a long time, but this is his first World Series appearance. Those are his figures for the regular season. After leading the American League in earned run average in 1980, he ballooned to a 4.14 mark and comes in here to face Mike Scioscia. Waiting there Socha, as you can see, has had very little difficulty against left-handers this season.
So much for the notion of platooning. But I've discovered a new weapon. Once I discussed in this ballpark with Tom Seaver, who had made a study of the geology of the ballparks, the whole texture and context of this infield, and indeed the pitcher's mound and the area around home plate.
1 ball and no strikes.
Dodgers with an opportunity for a blowout.
Bouncing ball fielded by Randolph. He gets 1 and over to first for 2. They get the double play, but the Dodgers take the lead. Say comes in to score, but what May has done is avoid perhaps the big inning. The Dodgers on top 5-4. Little chopper hit toward short. Milburn on the run. Throws high, but a toe dance done by Watson, and the inning is over.
I was waiting to see if that ball would bounce over Milburn's edge.
2 runs, a couple of hits, and a man left on. So the Dodgers have come from behind, and after 5 complete innings of play,
another reminder,
the Dodgers on top 5-4.
And I have had some talks about some of the free agents whom the Yankees will be having at the end of this season. I talked with Bob Lemon on that subject. Now the Yankees have 6 free agents, some of your most important players. Examples: Guidry, Pinella, Jackson, of course. What is your feeling about their return?
Well, I think that George will find some way to get those things ironed out. If they don't return, I feel that he'll replace them with somebody probably as good.
So that even the loss of Jackson would not be catastrophic.
Well, Babe Ruth quit, Ted Williams quit. There's a lot of guys that quit, and it's amazing how the game can survive.
On to the 6th inning we go. 5-4. The Dodgers on top. Hit for him, which Fanning did. Rogers comes in, gives up a home run. You don't see that in the American League. Randolph draws another walk as Steve Howe is throwing in the Dodger bullpen. Randolph has drawn 3 walks tonight. Winfield has drawn 2. And Milburn's been walked twice intentionally. So overall, Valenzuela has walked 7, and Lasorda is going to take a walk to the mound.
Just to let him know that he knows he's over there. Not a great pickoff move, but just has a real quick move to the plate.
There he goes. Screwball is swung on and missed, and the throw is a beauty. Socha to Lopes to take care of Randolph.
Fernando did his job, got rid of the ball quickly, and Socha makes a fine throw. One of the better throwing catchers in the National League. That's the one thing the Dodger pitching staff benefits from. And
that's called strike 3. So just like that, bang, bang, 2 quick outs. Looking for his first hit in the series, 0 for 8 in the 3 games. 2 out, bases empty. 1 hopper to Shea. And the Yankees done in the 6th. No runs, no hits, and nobody left on. At the end of 5 1/2, it remains 5-4 Dodgers. Davey Lopes, Bill Russell, and Dusty Baker. And scored on Shay's homer. Hits one into left field for a base hit. Davey now 2 for 3 on the night, and that's 9 hits for the Dodgers.
Well, I think you'll see Bill Russell try to advance the runner either with a hit and run or a bunt. Kind of borders on a balk move where a lot of times it's decided by the interpretation of the umpire.
Lopes goes. Russell hits a fly ball to left field. Winfield camping underneath it. 1 out as Lopes retreats back to first.
Left fielder.
Dodgers have 9 hits tonight, but Dusty is hitless, and he's 1 for 9 now in the World Series.
Give him a lot of credit.
Got him swinging. So Dusty Baker has gone on strike. First strikeout for Rudy May.
Comes up 2 for 3. Although I must say the last single, which took that horrendous bounce.
Smith has been ailing this season, of course, and yet here's a man, Garvey, day in, day out over the years. Pops it up. Rodriguez in foul ground. And so the Dodgers squander a leadoff single by Davey Lopes at the end of 6 complete. At Los Angeles, still 5-4 Dodgers. I think we found him, Uke.
Hi, Gal. We're sitting here with Lee Majors, and you got a new series premiering next Wednesday if this World Series is over, called Fall Guy.
That's right, Bob, and it's going to be a very exciting series. It's about a stuntman who doubles people in the motion picture and television industry. And meanwhile, between jobs, he moonlights as a modern-day bounty hunter. I think the American public's going to love it. And I'm proud to be here with a man who hit 2 home runs off of Sandy Koufax.
Great to see you, Lee. Success to the series. Back to you, Al.
Lou Piniella leads off for the Yankees as we go to the 7th inning. Piniella, Watson, and Cerrone against Valenzuela. The 2-2 pitch. Piniella goes to right field, but it's an easy, lazy fly ball for Rick Monday. We're 1 down. A reminder that coming up tomorrow, NCAA college football, 2 regional telecasts. Nebraska taking on Missouri, Minnesota against Iowa. And that will precede the World Series at 4 Eastern, 3 Central, and 1 Pacific time from $2 promotionally. Merv Griffin looking on in the crowd of 56,236, which is an all-time Dodger Stadium record. Driven to left field, Dusty Baker going all the way back to the fence and makes a catch against the boards. So Bob Watson comes that close to his 2nd home run of the game and his 3rd of the series.
You got good control, and you can throw that screwball low and away when you want to.
Popped in the air, shallow right center field. Lopes calling. That's that. First 1-2-3 inning for Fernando tonight. Yanks gone quickly. Middle of the 7th, 5-4 Los Angeles.
Today's the night. ABC is the place.
You've never seen a television mother like Maggie. What, Irma Bombeck live? Tomorrow, it's the premiere of Maggie. Then the girls are back and pouring on the laughs in the season premiere of an all-new Making a Living.
Tomorrow. Some clothes are just for business. Here's my business outfit. But for more casual times, nothing can beat a classic tweed sport coat. Richmond asked me to show you this new one from their Adams Row collection. It's all wool, rugged but soft. If you really appreciate hand-woven Harris tweed, see Adams Row, only at a Richmond store. Once you try Richmond, no one else will suit you. Natural shoulders, unnatural shoulders.
Gentlemen, this meeting is called to decide which one of us is the most popular light beer drinker of all.
Must be talking about me.
I vote for my buddy, Boog Powell.
Should I take the minutes?
You can take all year.
Hey, I cast my vote for Billy Martin.
I'll second that.
Me too.
Excuse me, this chart clearly shows what a little showing off can do.
Now, wait a minute. I'm the most popular guy here. Gentlemen, a little respect. At least we agree that light beer from Miller tastes great.
Let's do it! Tastes great! Taste great! Better make it a secret ballot.
Could we vote for Red Auerbach? Please?
I'm voting for me.
Count the vote, and that's no joke. All right. Gentlemen, we have a winner.
Says here the winner is Bubba Smith.
I knew this was a bad idea.
Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer, and less.
Canon proudly presents the new AE1 program. For the pro photographer,
It's even more advanced.
and for pro quarterback Joe Theismann,
It's even simpler to use.
Hey, Dad.
no matter how tough the shot, the new program mode automatically sets the camera for the best possible photo.
This new Canon is super.
The new AE1 program, so advanced, it's simple, and more of both. Canon, the official camera of the World Series.
Dear Atari Anonymous, my son Boris has a missile command problem.
My mission in life is to save all of mankind.
Lately, my daughter has developed a similar problem with Atari warlords. Now with video pinball, my husband is acting funny lately. With Atari games so ingenious, so involving, so intense, I ask you, Atari Anonymous, is this problem contagious?
Tomorrow night, a male stripper gets things steamy on the love boat. Then an amateur magician conjures up the trick of a lifetime.
What is your desire?
Fantasy Island.
An odd set of numbers through 7 for Fernando Valenzuela, but he has the lead right now. Dodgers on top 5-4. And as the Dodgers come up in the bottom of the 7th inning, it'll be Say, Guerrero, and Monday facing Rudy May. Dodgers started in the first, 2 subsequent walks. One hopper, 5 down with Randolph for a base hit. Ron Say getting aboard for the 4th time tonight.
Stadium, and they have a way of fighting back. Watching them in practice today, they was loose.
Hard to believe.
Really is,
they
isn't it?
have.
And they won 55 out of 56 when they went into the 7th leading.
And down he goes. Second strikeout for Rudy May.
Solid ever since. Gave up a hit in the 6th. He's given up a hit so far, but he gets the key outs.
Grounded down to short. Over to Randolph for 1 and back to first for the double play. So Rudy May pitching very well. In relief, the Dodgers are done in the 7th inning, and we will go to the 8th. 5-4 Los Angeles. Back with more after this word from our local stations. As we go to the 8th inning for the Dodgers, Darryl Thomas, who pitch hit and bounced into the double play, stays in the game in center field. Pedro Guerrero, who was in center, moves to right. Dodgers on top, 5-4. And in the 8th inning for the Yankees, bottom of the order, you've got Rodriguez, Milburn starting in place of the injured Greg Nettles tonight. Nettles hopeful of coming back tomorrow. Aurelio 1-3. Line to left field, and Dusty Baker has to play it on a hop. So the Yankees get the leadoff man on in the top of the 8th.
It's in a way ironic that on the night Nettles is out, the Dodgers get their lead hitting chopping ground balls but he's been hit hard tonight.
Hit off the end of the bat on the ground down to Lopes, and Davey can't make the play. Runners at first and second. Lopes pushed over toward the middle on a bouncing ball. A slow squiver cued off the end of the bat to the right. Willie Randolph out there. He would be the next hitter. Lemon's going to go to the bench. As Lemon will be going to his bench.
I think he's taking a poll to see who can.
Bobby Mercer. First World Series for Bobby. And nobody out. Mercer tries to lay one down, and Say makes a dive and catches foul ground, goes to first, double play.
Right here as you look at it again. Mercer got the bunt up in the air. Say playing in. Fine diving catch. And Milburn far off the bag.
Milburn getting caught after Say makes a...
Might be some second guessing on that, Jim.
Well, it's no excuse for being doubled up on that play. You have
exactly.
A play in front of you.
3-1 pitch is chopped toward third. It's a fair ball, and Say will make the out on the bases. Ron Say tagging Rodriguez. So the Yankees at first and second, nobody out, and that's that.
Well, this is another bad base running play by Rodriguez. He has to wait. Just makes a mistake, and these are the mental mistakes that George Steinbrenner was talking about.
It was picked off on a great play by Say, but should not have been a double play. Terrible base run.
The Yankees running themselves out of the inning as Social looks at a strike, and the count is 0-1. Stretch feeling more comfortable this way, and Social rips it into right center. So now we'll have to definitely work out of the stretch. Man on.
Well, they're on their feet here, as you can see, and this hasn't been a gem.
No, but he deserves it.
Exactly.
Gutty.
Gutty performance all the way. And he had to have that luck tonight, but he had to have more than that.
Fernando lays down a pretty decent-looking bunt, but to throw it second in time there and not in time at first base. Rodriguez coming down quickly and coming up firing to second.
And to arrest.
Time-honored tradition. Foul tip and held by Cerrone, and Lopes is gone. 2 away in the 8th inning. And that brings up Bill Russell, the 5th. The go-ahead 5-4 as Russell pops it up. Out on the grass, Milburn. And so Davis does his job here in the 8th inning. The Dodgers with no runs, 1 hit, leave 1. Mumphrey, Winfield, and Piniella will be coming up in the top of the 9th inning in Game 3 with the score, Dodgers 5, Yankees 4.
Daughter wanting to go all the way with his kid.
Mumphrey 0 for 4. Hasn't hit the ball out of the infield tonight. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Shot to the right side. An easy play for Davey Lopes. 1 away.
No question.
Winfield hits a high drive to right center field. Guerrero is there. 2 gone. Two out at Dodger Stadium, really rocking now.
But when you don't have your good stuff and you still go out and you end up winning.
Fouled away. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. 2-2 pitch. Fernando Valenzuela, who threw 149 pitches tonight. That wasn't one for the Art Museum, but it was efficient, and he got the job done. And the Dodgers now trail 2 games to 1, winning 5-4.
Premiering Sunday at 8 o'clock. A special 2-hour premiere of a hot new series, Today's FBI.
You're in a risky line of business.
Mike Connors busts open a waterfront scandal.
I want this walking garbage off my beer.
Today's FBI.
Sunday night on ABC. Recently, I had troubles with my most trusted employee, me. I was spending too much time getting out mailings, presentations, invoices. I wasn't pulling my weight, so I did what I had to do. I replaced me with a Xerox small copier. It makes copies right on my letterhead, and mailing labels, and even copies bills like this, and it works for a lot less than I did. I should have fired me years ago.
Right.
Be more productive. Call Xerox.
United announces great low prices on complete Hawaii vacation packages. Prices that bring Hawaii closer. From the East Coast. Closer. From the Midwest. Closer. From every city United serves. United. Once-in-a-lifetime prices. For a once-in-a-lifetime vacation.
Fly the friendly skies.
Yes, sir. I'd like to have this 35mm film developed.
Well, you're in the right place.
Well, just a minute. Do you use Kodak paper?
Sure. Look on the back of this photo. See, this paper manufactured by Kodak. We use Kodak paper because we believe in quality.
Yes, but how can I be sure to get it every time?
Well, just ask for it here. Where you see the sign, the one with old, what's his name on it?
Old what's his name?
I was just kidding, Big Joe.
Do you know me? With this hat, I'm recognized as a gourmet cook. With this hat, I'm recognized as a long ball hitter. Without a hat, I guess I'm just another adorable redhead. So I carry the American Express card. With this, I'm treated like an MVP, a most valuable person.
To apply for a card, look for this display wherever the card is welcomed.
The American Express card. Don't leave home without it.
Dos cosas siempre me han gustado, béisbol y los néctares de Ken.
Fernando says two things he's always liked are baseball and Kern's nectars.
Los néctares de Ken están hechos de la fruta entera, deliciosos.
Kern's nectars are made from the whole fruit and taste delicious.
De los 16 néctares de Ken, mi favorito es chabacano.
Of all 16 Kern's nectars, his favorite is strawberry.
No, épico.
Is Gillette Foamy thick and rich enough to stop this super sports car?
No.
Is Foamy thick and rich enough to support this levitating lady?
No.
Is Foamy thick and rich enough to hold back this halfback?
No. But if you want a clean, close shave, it's more than thick and rich enough.
Urban terrorism. Is it a new wave of violence or just the last gasp of a few radicals left over from the 60s? We'll look at that story tonight on Nightline.
Ron Shea, 3-run homer in the first. Dodgers win at 5-4. Bob Uecker's on the field with the Dodgers third baseman.
Thank you very much, Al. Ron Shea with a big 3-run homer tonight in the first inning, and sparkling defensively tonight. Ronnie, you got to be feeling good. 2-1 now. Yankees still lead.
Well, Bob, we don't do things very easy, as you can tell. We've had ourselves in this position throughout the whole year, especially in the playoffs, and we're just glad that Fernando could continue on. He was in trouble the whole night, as you could tell. He really didn't have his good stuff, and I'm quite sure they probably felt they could score more, but he was tough down the stretch, and after they scored those early 4 runs, he really did a job.
Solid game, Ronnie. We'll do it again tomorrow. Back to Al.
All right, Uke. So the Yankees now leading in the series 2-1. Dodgers win it 5-4. Back in a moment.